Hey, what's going on, everybody? Hope you are all doing well out there and having a great day. So, got a Blu-ray update video here. I've been buying a decent amount through different groups on Facebook lately, just because a lot of people are selling off their collections, and I'm sure probably in hard times with everything going on. So, I'm trying to grab whatever I can to kind of backfill things that normally wouldn't grab, but if I can get a good price on. So, hopefully, helping some people out with grabbing a stack of movies, and then helping myself out here by getting a stack of movies for a pretty good price too. So. Just got the last shipment in, and I got 10 titles from this guy, and these were each $5, so I couldn't pass it up here. It had some amazing titles, tons of things to flip through, and I had to go with these 10 right here. So we'll jump right into this here, guys. First is Mrs. Doubtfire, and this is just it's a classic film, man. It's classic Robin Williams. There's so many funny things around this movie now, as you've seen some of those trailers re-edited for this to be a horror movie and everything, just because of the concept of this, which I find super entertaining. But this is such an awesome movie. I love this movie, grew up with this one, and something that I probably wouldn't have went and bought brand new for $20, but for $5 to kind of have this and just have a physical copy, that way if I want to revisit this down the road, which at some point I'm going to want to, is well worth it for $5 for sure. So really happy to get that one. Next here is I Love You, Man. And this movie I saw late. I love the whole cast in here. I love the whole crew, that do these movies. And this is just one of the ones that slipped past my radar. It was on Netflix for the longest time, and they pulled it off Netflix now. So I wanted to get a physical copy because this is just one of those kind of like a perfect comedy to me, where it's heartfelt. It's got good humor to it. All the cast does a fantastic job. It's got a really nice story to it, and it's just it's a movie that's nice to sit down, and if you don't want to really invest in like turning your brain off and getting full-fledged into a story with the movie, you can kind of put this on and it's perfect just to chill with and play some games, and it's good background, or if you're cleaning around the house, or if you ever just want to sit down and have a good laugh too. So it's one of those movies. We've all got those movies that we just like pop on while we're doing things around the house and everything, or whatever else. This is definitely one of those for me, and love this movie. Next here is Liar Liar, and classic Jim Carrey, another one that, growing up with, and they don't make comedies quite like these movies anymore, and Liar Liar is so damn funny. This movie, and I haven't seen this for, it's probably been 5+ years now, so I'm really excited to revisit this again, but this movie is so damn funny. Love Jim Carrey, and especially the early Jim Carrey stuff. Just recently watched Ace Ventura again, which it had been a long time, and that movie still holds up. Cannot wait to revisit this, though. Love this movie right here. Next, Mortal Kombat Annihilation, and I'm kind of a sucker for this movie. I don't so much enjoy this movie. There's nothing about this movie that makes me feel like it's good by any means. The movie's kind of a pile of shit. But it's Mortal Kombat, and the characters and the music and all that, it still sucks me in for at least those moments that they get right. It's I guess it could go into one of those, it's so bad it's good, but it's not really there either. It just has nostalgia for me, just growing up playing Mortal Kombat. I'm really excited to see where they're going to take this now with the new movie that they've been talking about and trying to get lifted for forever. And the web series they did for Mortal Kombat I thought was done really well. The first Mortal Kombat movie I still really enjoy. I feel like they did a very fine job with that movie. And it maybe doesn't hold up as well as it did back then, but I saw it when it came out, and it still has a special place in my heart. But just to see these characters on screen, and Robin Shaw, I love as Liu Kang. So yeah, couldn't pass it up for $5. Next one here is the first Purge. I've seen the first Purge, not this, but the first Purge movie and the Purge Anarchy. I still need to watch Election Year. And I've liked those two movies that I've seen of the Purge series so far. Nothing perfect, but they're fun. So I had a good time with those. So figure for $5, no harm, no foul there. Next, we got Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them. Not the biggest fan of this movie, but for $5, we got the whole Harry Potter collection and everything. Figured it wouldn't be a bad idea to, make that complete, since we got Crimes of Grindelwald as well. But not the biggest fan of the Fantastic Beasts movies, to be honest. Crimes of Grindelwald, from what I saw of that one, I enjoyed a little bit more than this. It just felt like these had such a slow burn. Characters weren't quite as interesting in there. But nevertheless here, next we've got Neighbors and Neighbors 2. Not seen either of these here, but my brother strongly recommended them in movies I wanted to see when they came out, but it kind of just slipped past the radar. So much other stuff was coming out, so finally got a chance to go back here and grab these $5 a pop. So looking forward to checking both of these out. Next one here, I am really stoked to revisit again. I saw this movie just the one time when it first came out, and I remembered really liking this movie, but for whatever reason, I never got around to watching this again, and that is Equilibrium. This, from what I can remember from all this, is such an awesome movie. And I was working at a video store back when this had came out, so I remember kind of stocking the shelf with this and everything. I'll never forget the tag here. Forget the Matrix, this movie will blow you away. I remember looking at that, and if you guys remember, like back then, a lot of movies would capitalize off of popular movies. When Jurassic Park came around, there was like the Carnosaurus series and stuff, which they spawned off like 3 or 4 sequels to that. So there's always kind of like those cheap, low-budget knockoffs of some of the big studio movies that they try to piggyback and capitalize off of. I don't know how much more of that is going on now. I know it still happens. I see it pop up once in a while, but working at the video store, we saw everything that came through. We got everything at that video store. So you'd notice all these things a lot more often. This came out a couple of years after The Matrix, and I don't remember how much of this was similar to The Matrix at all. I just remember really getting into this movie because just the style of it and everything. I remember it having kind of like a dark, different kind of a filming style to it, which was very intriguing to me. So I'm really stoked to go back and revisit this one. I remember a good chunk of it, but it's not like locked into my brain at all. So hopefully, still holds up today because I'm excited to revisit that. Last but not least for this one here, though, this is going to be The Wrestler, and I had seen this just the one time a while back. Really enjoyed this movie, so I'm stoked to check this one out again. And yeah, that's what can you say? It's a great movie, so I'm just excited to revisit this one again for $5. Can't pass that up. So that will do it, though. That is the stack here. So 10 new titles here, $5 a pop, so $50 for the entire haul here, which super excited. You can't beat that for the price, and I'll keep hunting around on there trying to find whatever I can, and hopefully help some people out and help me out too, because I am always down for a good deal. So thank you guys very much for watching. Appreciate it as always. If you are new to the channel, please make sure you hit that subscribe button. Leave some comments down below. I'd love to know what you guys have been watching, anything new out there. Not a lot of new things in theaters, of course, but so what are you catching up on? I guess that would be the good question. What kinds of things are you catching up on right now, now that we got some time for that? So that'll do it, though, guys. Thank you so much again. I will catch you all next time.